Welcome back. Today we're at the world famous Boston Duck Tours, and we're here to interview Cindy Brown, who is the CEO. Welcome, Cindy.
Thanks for coming.
So you have something I'm sure every single viewer in my audience knows about. You've been around how long?
We've been around for 19 years. We just had our anniversary about 3 weeks ago.
And you probably are world famous, right?
I'd say so. We definitely have visitors from across the globe and, incredible media from everywhere you can imagine.
If they haven't actually gone on a tour, they've probably seen all the major sports teams on your ducks going through the city when they're celebrating, right?
Let me tell you, that was one of the highlights of my career, is doing the parades, particularly the Red Sox back in '04 when they first won. But when the Red Sox won, it really was truly a moment in history. It was amazing to be part of it.
So how many ducks do you have?
We have up to 29 that run during our peak season, 28 with one reserve, but really 28 ducks is a huge fleet, and we've grown that steadily over the years.
As you know, I have a twin brother that is also in the business.
I do.
Out in Seattle, and I found it interesting that the captains, at least in Seattle, they have to be sea captains, they have to have licenses, is that
They
true?
have to have a U.S. Coast Guard license, a commercial driving license, and then also throw in the fact that they have to be funny and safe and smart. It really is a very, very difficult job. We go for humorous people that have the personality, and then we teach them everything else as long as they have the boating experience to even start the process.
What is a tour like? What is it? You get on the duck.
You get on the duck, you get a welcome. We tell them about the tour being about freedom, fun, and firsts. The city of Boston has 1 million firsts that started here. It's fun, obviously, and we talk about freedom and the fight for freedom. We go through the streets of Boston, we point out historical sites, architectural sites, famous firsts, and then we splash right into the Charles River. You get a beautiful view of Cambridge and Boston from the duck. We let children or guests that are adults come up and drive the duck. Wow. And then we come out of the water, finish on land, and it's about a 90-minute tour. It really is a great way to start your experience in Boston because you get a great overview. And then afterwards you can go visit the Constitution or Bunker Hill or Faneuil Hall, all the things that we show you during the tour.
What did you do to start people understanding and knowing about your business? And what did you do? Marketing? Did you buy TV? What did you do?
We did a lot of marketing. We did have a radio ad which was very funny. It was like dun 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 dun. What's this big orange thing coming down the street? It's a duck. So it was really fun to gather people's attention and get them excited. But really what helped us most was word of mouth. After our first year of operating, when we literally begged people to take a tour and explaining what it was, after that, people started talking about it and writing us letters, and we were getting a lot of free press, and that ended up really growing and snowballing. And to this day, we do very little paid advertising. It's primarily word of mouth. And now with social media, you can go on Yelp and TripAdvisor and our website and see everything you want to know about the tour in 5 minutes flat.
So that's bad news, because that means you're not going to advertise with me on my show, right? But what do you call your captains? Do you call them captains?
No, conductors.
See, I heard you say conductors, and I'm going, what's conductors?
Conductors, yes. They are in character and costume, and when they're hired, they create a persona, and they dress up, and they really live that character throughout the tour, which makes it a lot more entertaining than just someone pointing out the sights. They really become their character.
What are some of the funniest characters?
Oh, we've got Guido the gondolier, who's got, the Italian thing going, and everyone's a great family member, and we've got Colonel Duct Tape, and he's covered in duct tape, and everything, Professor Quackenstein, they all come off really like duck type things or military. We've got Danny Disco, who's got platform shoes with fish in them and a big afro wig, but really what makes them comfortable. So a lot of them do their previous jobs or a passion of theirs, and then they build it into their experience at Boston Duck Tours.
Have you ever driven a duck?
Never.
Never?
They would never let me me tell you. They let me drive the pickup truck only on occasion. I'm the worst driver. I'm a walker, so I don't even want to go near it.
So this is a big business, right?
Huge. We think we're the largest in the world as far as the number of guests carried per year. Last year we were about 600,000, a little over 600,000 guests during our 8.5-month season.
And I also heard that you're the second most senior employee here.
I am.
Tony, you're the head of maintenance.
He likes to remind me that I'm not the oldest. And actually, the person that is the oldest likes to remind me that I was the third choice to get the job when I got it. So,
what job did you get?
I was a marketing director, but 2 people turned down the job before me. And I turned it down, funny enough, when it was offered to me. The guy that started Boston Duck Tours was my boss out of college. I had an economics degree, and I was working at a bank, and he offered me the job, and I said, no thanks, I'm banking, I'm important, I got an office. Then after lunch with him, after 2 hours, I said, I'm in. How could I not work at such a fun company and a startup and learn and work hard and hopefully grow it? And here we are today.
So you're one of the owners?
Yes, I am one of the owners, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Anybody ever try to take a swim?
Oh yeah. We've had people jump off. We'd have people pee off the side.
Oh
We've
my God.
saved someone who actually is very sad / interesting story. Someone tried to jump off the bridge on the river and kill himself, and we had a driver save that person, which is pretty amazing.
Wow, did that make any news?
No, we didn't want to exploit it, but we knew what happened, and the person actually contacted us later to thank us. But things that you wouldn't even imagine could happen on the river happens.
So let's just very quickly, safety. Tell me about safety. How do I know I'm going to come on your dock and I'm going to be safe?
We put a lot of importance on safety. You can see we're in a huge garage where we have 18 full-time mechanics working on the vehicles every day. They have maintenance checks by the driver, they have maintenance checks by the mechanics, they have weekly, daily, monthly checks, they do an annual audit by regulatory agencies. So we put a lot into that, as well as training the conductors on man overboard drills and safety in general. It's the kind of thing where we do everything that we can do, so if there ever is an accident or a tragedy, that they're going to do the best that they can given what they have. And knock wood, we've had a great safety record so far. It's something that we're proud of and something that we work on literally every day.
So people are probably safer on the dock than they are trying to drive to get here, right?
Probably, especially if I'm on the road.
Yeah. Listen, this has been great. I wish you continued success. I think it's fun. I can't wait to do one. I haven't done one here. I did one in Seattle.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how you think the two compare. They're very different from what I hear. I haven't done Seattle yet.
I'm a little prejudiced.
Of course you are.
By the way, I've been on his tours, and boy, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's a great industry, and I work with great people, and I love the city. It's a great city. I couldn't be in a better place. For someone who went to school for economics and banking and ended up in tourism, couldn't be luckier, couldn't be happier.
It's got to be much better than banking.
Much better, much better. The perks are much better.
Cindy, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for being here.
We're going to be right back right after this.